Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Irish Eyes here. I'm here today with Serenity Sue in St. Patrick's Church of Ireland Church, County Tipperary, and you can see the avenue coming into the church area here. So we'll have a look around at a few of these monuments and gravestones. So this is the church here, and it's a lovely looking church. The red door on it there, and I'm not sure if it's still active or in use today, but any information that I do find, I will put it in the description box under the video. So we'll have a look around here, and you can see there's lovely headstones in the churchyard area, and we'll read a few of them here in the corner first. This one here says Elizabeth Mary Goff, died October the 15th. I think that's 1935, aged 95 years old. A very big age that woman lived to be. And it's a lovely little cross here on this one, a headstone. And it says on this, "Until daybreak and this shadows," I think the away, in loving memory of Frederick J. Couch, youngest son of Percy Couch. Now that could be Gouch, guys, as well, so I'm not sure about that. Couch or Gouch, that could be there. So there's a few more here. We see them, an Esquire's one here, to the memory of Catherine Fanny, the beloved wife of Percy Gouch, Esquire JP. We've seen this JP on a previous video I did in County Limerick, who died on the 3rd of December 1882, age 69. So there's the Esquire headstone again, the Esquires. And I think this used to be part of a railing here, maybe going around the grave, but it's a lovely looking iron railing and design on that. Now, from what I've seen online, there's a lot of nice monuments in here, in this graveyard. And the Church of Ireland ones I find really nice because, you know, the headstones are really nice, and the designs on them as well are really nice. Just see one here now, guys, as well. This one here reads, "In memory of Cordelia Garner, who died 31st of January 1871, and of her husband William Hastings Garner, who died in 1904, I think, age 74 as well." And that looks, I'm not sure, it looks like marble, this one here. And you can see this was part of, maybe they replaced the old headstone with the one underneath they put there instead. And it looks like the same family name, Garner, there as well. And it's just this one here in the corner as well. Look at this one here, "Thy will be done." And this is erected by William G. Simpson in memory of his beloved mother, Kathleen Simpson, who died February the 14th, 1881, aged 37. and also his only brother John Epbame Simpson, it looks like there, died in 1889, aged 20 years old. But it's a lovely headstone, as you can see, and the lovely designs on it, and all these lovely yew trees that's around the area as well. So we'll continue on our journey in St. Patrick's Church of Ireland church here. And that's the church, and it's a beautiful looking church. Look at the tower on that. A lot of detail in that tower. I love those old churches. Really, really nice churches. So we'll keep going along here and see what we can find. Now this one here looks like there's a pathway in here to a railed kind of area here. And I think this is the final resting place here. I've seen it outside on the church wall, and I think it's the resting place that people believe is the resting place of a Crusader. And there's more detail on that outside, and I'll try and show you that before I leave. But this is it's built into the wall here, a stone slab. You can see there a stone slab, and it says it's a Crusader was buried here in this area. So that's very interesting, and we'll definitely have a look at that information. And this one here says, pray for the soul of Patrick and Ellen O'Donnell of Patrick's Well and their son James. May they rest in peace. Little marble plaque, memorial plaque there on the wall. And here's another monument here, a nice one, a monument. Look at the design on it. We'll see, can we read this? And it says, beneath this also rest the remains of two of their beloved children, Anne Elizabeth, who died the 6th of January 1867, aged only 14 years old. And then it says Sarah Jane died 29th of March 1859, aged 2 years old. So 2 young children buried in this one here. But a lovely headstone for the family. And I'm not sure, was there something on top of this here? Maybe it's missing. On the top, it could have been maybe an urn on top of that. And we'll read this side of it here, the other side then. Sacred to the memory of Marianne, the beloved wife of William Murphy of Marfield, who died, I think, the 10th of January 1878, aged 63 years. Her last words were, I know that my Redeemer liveth. And that's a verse there that it says on that. So this definitely looks like there was something on top of this here that broke away on this. It's a really nice monument though. So there's loads more to see here, guys. So we continue around the churchyard here, and this one here is a big railing around it, and I think it's kind of broken away. You can see where the wall has broken here. We'll have a look inside and see. Now there is the old railing part of it there that broke away, and it's left against the wall. But we'll go over and have a read of the Monument and Headstone here, and it says, "Sacred to the memory of William James Shiel, MD," which would mean medical doctor, I think, who died on the 3rd day of March 1870, aged 73 years, and of his second son, William James Shiel, and that says MB on that, who died on the 8th day of July 1869, aged only 30 years old, and of his third son, Charles Augustus Shiel, who died the 27th day of September 1868, aged 27 years old. So 2 young sons there buried with their father. A very, very young age his 2 sons were. You can see over here then, this side is the remains of Charlotte, wife of William James Shiel. You can see the MD there again of Clonmel, who died on the 18th of April 1853. So this one is very old, and it's a family buried there and 2 young sons, and it needs to be repaired in some way, and I'm sure it would look very nice when it's finished, but it's a pity to see it in that state. So that's the old church there, guys, I was showing you coming in. There's some lovely windows on it there. If I can show you over here, the windows on it. Here, a window over here. See the design on the windows in these. Lovely stained glass windows. So the weather is looking good today. I was hoping the weather would be nice today, so it's cleared up well. And this one here says, "Here light the mortal remains of Michael O'Brien, who departed this life April 1826, aged 20 years old in 1826. So another young person, and his headstone is just underneath the church here. You can see the slate roof and the windows here in the church. Look at that window, how big it is, how fabulous looking that window is, and the designs on that. So this is the churchyard here in Tipperary. Marfield is the area as it's known. It's called Marfield, and it's a really scenic area as well. You can see the mountains in the background there. Very scenic area. So we'll continue on down. Now there's a lot of signs here as well, I've noticed. No dogs, which is the first I've seen for me, because I see a lot of people walk their dogs in cemeteries. It's a relaxing place to go, I suppose, with your dog for a walk. But it doesn't seem to be the case here. See all those lovely daffodils out as well. So lovely to see all the daffodils. And look at this monument or headstone here. That's a very big headstone. Look at the size of this. I'm 5'10", so I would imagine this headstone is well over 6 feet tall, maybe 7 feet tall. We'll have a look at this. And look at that. And we'll read this one here, guys. You can see designs on it here. There's the lamb, I think, here. The Lamb of God. Sacred to the memory of Catherine, the beloved wife of John Mahony of Clonmel, who she departed this life October the 31st, 1843, it looks like in that. Here also are interred the remains of her infant children, John and James. The above, John Mahony, died 3rd of February 1885 at Durban, Port Natal. And I'm not sure, is that Durban in Australia, aged 75 years. So I'm not sure, is that Durban in Australia, or is it Durban actually, is it Durban in Australia or South Africa? I'm not sure, I'll have to look that up. So this place is very well kept. It looks like this Church of Ireland place here. And here's another monument here. Look at this one. We'll read this. Erected by Mr. Patrick Quinn of Clonmel to the memory of Mary, his beloved wife, who died the 8th of January 1833, aged 31 years old. And there's stones underneath it here, and I don't know, are they belong to this monument here, or were they moved from somewhere else and left here? But they look very old as well. I don't know, was there anything on top, but it doesn't look like it's belonged to this one. So maybe not. There's the old church in the background. It's a very peaceful cemetery here. And you could walk around here for hours, but I'm running low on time today, so I said I'd come in and just give you a look around and let you see the area. There's another place I'm going today to do a video as well. Serenity Sue is with me today, so there's a few places we have lined up. And this one here lieth the body of James, and they're very hard to read. James, and it looks, it's very hard to, 1729 I think that date is on that, aged 30 years old. But look at the size of the headstone. It's tiny, the headstone, very very small. And one next door to it there as well, but no writing on that one. But you can see the size of the place here in area. It is a big cemetery and very beautiful. I see one over here with an Irish flag on it, so we'll definitely look at that with the Irish flag as well. And look at this one, guys. How amazing is this? An angel, or is it a cherub head with wings? Look at the designs on these. And there's another one here on the other side as well. Look at that. The details on it, isn't that beautiful? And it says, here lied the body of Felix Kelly, who departed this life September the 14th, 1769, aged 48 years old. And even the writing on that, look at the writing on that, the engravement. The writing is lovely, but look at those cherub designs on each corner of it there, you can see them. A beautiful headstone. And there's really old headstones in here. Let's just go over, I want to look at this one here. There's this grave looks really, really nice and well kept here. And it says on this, erected in love and memory of John. And it looks like Gurren Knocklofty, who died on February the 3rd, 1966, age 82 years old. And there's loads of stuff left here for John. You can see the Irish flag. And somebody, I'd say like a child, left a little drawing here of Irish flags. Could be for their granddad. Grandchildren maybe left for their granddad. And there's a walking stick here as well. There's a walking stick here, you can see it, look. And it says Dad on the walking stick. And there's a little bear, little blue bear, flower pot, some daffodils, a lovely timber love heart here on this, made of wood, the crucifix, and you can see a picture of John on this, and he's holding a pint of Guinness in his hand. And isn't that lovely to see? The pint of Guinness and the Irish flags and this grave. A really lovely final resting place for John. Rest in peace, John. And there's two walking sticks on it. There's actually another one on the other side there as well. You can see it. Two walking sticks on it. Really nice. And just next door to John's then we have this one here. Another fine example here of carvings on headstones. We see flowers on it here like roses with stems. And that looks like an urn on it there as well. And it says to the memory of Morris Garrel or Garren, who died April the 19th, 1819, aged 44 years old. And somebody has left artificial flowers here on this one. But isn't that just a lovely example as well there of a headstone with designs? And there's the Irish one we were looking at with the Irish flags and the love heart on it. That's well kept. I love this one. I think it's my favourite so far. The Irish flags. So we'll look around a bit more around the area here, see what we can find. There's some new headstones it seems like here as well. Kind of new headstones mixed in with old. And we see there's 5 stone markers here. And there's no writing on these stone markers, they're just old stone markers. And on this one here is very, very new looking. In love and memory of Martin Brett, Russellstown, died 1926. His wife Alice Connolly, Nee Connolly, died 1923. And their infant daughter Alice Brett, aged 3. Their son Paddy Brett, their daughter Mary Ellen Moore. Deer Park interred in 4 Mile Water. So that's another lovely one there. And look at this one here. It's a grave here, and it's just a cross on it. And on the cross it says in memory of Mrs. Fahey and son Tom, rest in peace. and a holy medal on it there. Just a little cross. With a lovely marker, little wooden cross. Loads of trees in here as well. Look at the size of this tree here. There's another big headstone. You see the cross, and that's the back of it. Sacred to the memory of William Eaton of Clonmel, who departed this life 1834, and that. It's another old one. There's a lot of 1800 graves in here, and I'm sure 1700s as well. But you can see the footpath going around here, a little trail going around the cemetery, and there's loads of lovely headstones around here, monuments. I've seen this online, so I wanted to come to visit it. And here we see another one here, the lovely daffodils around this one, little ornaments there of angels, Jesus holding the little lamb. And this one here says, in love and memory of James O'Shea, also his daughter Mary Roberts, who died in April 1939, and also their son James, who died in 1993, aged 66. And that's up against the wall here in the cemetery, in the nice little area here. Lovely final resting place there as well. And I just want to show you this one over here. Look at this plot, how colourful this is. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? And you can see the wind has knocked down some of it, some of the pots. So I'm going to try and fix up some of these pots here, guys, because if I see things blown over or anything like that on a grave, I'll fix it up, you know. And you can see, look at the little angel. I've seen that before reading the book. Little teddy bear. One statue there of a little teddy bear. Flowers. And Jesus. And it's all the one family here, you can see. And I'll just read this bit here. It says, in love and memory of Patrick Kennedy, who died in 1935, aged 63. And his wife Mary died in 1959, aged 80. And their sons Michael, 1911, aged 5. Willie, 1963, aged 50. Richard, 1973, aged 69. And his wife Grace died 1937, aged 28. Their son Edward died 1947, aged 16. Richard's son Billy Boy. Very unusual name, I've never seen that before. Richard's son Billy Boy died 1980, aged 35. And there's a cross there in the middle and it says Kennedy. So that's the Kennedy family. And I think there's a war grave here as well. On this one here, you can see the design on it there. That's the military design. And the military number, Private J. O'Grady, Royal Army Service Corps, died the 19th of May 1918. I think it looks like they're aged 22 years old. So there's another military grave, all in the one plot of the Kennedy family. And look down here, guys, as well. Wow, I've never seen this before on a grave. It's actual helmets, war helmets. And I think it was 1918 was World War I. So are these actual helmets from World War I, original helmets? And they look like they're very heavy. So I believe they're original. And if anybody knows the design on that there, on the helmet, now it looks like an anchor on it. So maybe he was someone that was in the Navy, in the war. But there's two helmets there. And we can see at the back here, I don't see any writing on this one here. But there are two helmets from the war, guys. So that's just amazing to find a war headstone. And I found war headstones before, but I've never found ones with an actual military helmet from the war left on the grave. And this one here looks like it's leaning over, kind of slanted. Almost looks like it's going to fall over. And I see if there's a name on this one. Erected by William P. Keating of Dalston, Middlesex, London, as a slight tribute of sincere love to the memory of his parents, his sister and half-brother, as below, of your charity, pray for the soul of Margaret Luther, late of Stephen Street, Clonmel, who died November 1871, aged 82 years old. Also her beloved son, Richard Luther, who died the 6th of January 1872. So that's a really old monument there. I'll give you a closer look at it there. You can see a monument that's kind of leaning over to the side. And there's more of those angels, and another one here, look. You can see them. Angels and that, but look what's in the middle of this one, guys. Wow, look at this. It's a skeleton, a skeletal person, and it looks like he's holding something, or this, I don't know, in his hand here. You can see he's holding something like a stick over his shoulder, like he's maybe carrying something on a stick, or he's just carrying a stick. But it's a skeleton on this one here, and it says, "Here light the body of Patrick Keating, who departed this life on the 22nd of April 1787 in the 26th year of his age." And there's more lovely designs there. Look at the flowers on that. But that's amazing to find that. Very, very unusual looking headstone, but lovely at the same time. And you see the skeleton on it there, look. You can see the full skeleton on it. The eyes, arms, legs, everything on it. Very nice. So guys, I'm going to have another look around here and see what else we can find. But I don't think I'll be here much longer, because we are on our way to another cemetery to vlog as well. But this place is absolutely gorgeous in here, so peaceful. And I'm very blessed with the weather today as well. And you can see the mountain and scenery in the background there. Just hills all around. And we found a lot of these cemeteries and old graveyards in Ireland like this, where they're just covered with amazing scenery, mountains and hills. And they're an ideal place to be buried, in your final resting place, I think. It's absolutely beautiful. And here's an old one here, and it looks like it's broken up You can see it's all broken there, and like it was put back together. And it says of the late, the name is Shaw, Esquire. And it's like 1817 it looks like on that. But it's all broken away, you can see here how broken it's gone. And they just kind of put it back together as best they could. A lot of chest tombs in here as well. Now, I haven't seen any crypts of such yet. But amazing headstones in here. There's another one here. A chest tomb as well. Erected to the memory of Elizabeth Markham, it looks like, on that. And it looks like the date on that, guys, is 1848 is on that. So that's 1848, so that's another old one there as well. And I just want to show you this one over here. Chest tomb. Look at the designs on this one as well. The chest tomb. See the urn on it there. Around the side as well, you can see the detail and work, craftsmanship that's gone into this one here as well. Look at that. Beautiful designs on that. So there's so many headstones in here, guys. But I'm happy I found those ones there because they're really, really interesting. And you know, I love coming across old headstones and headstones with, you know, something different on them. And those ones are very unique to find. You don't see them every day. But when you do find them, they're treasured. This is a plot, family plot here as well. Sacred to the memory of Anne Lonergan, who departed this life in 1876, aged 50 years old. And there's another chest tomb there as well. And this is, I think it says on this one here, William Lonergan, Esquire, from Clonmel. Died in 1841. And that's another Esquire. We've seen a lot of Esquire ones around. And it seems that the Esquire ones are more connected to the Church of Ireland cemeteries. The Esquires. There's some new ones, as I was saying. There's new ones actually connected and buried here. New headstones along with the old. And there we see another one. Bridget Quinn, Nee Conley. Died 7th of December, 1966, aged 56 years old. And her husband James Christie Quinn, March 1988, age 85. And also their sons. James Quinn died January 1934, aged 3 years old only. William Quinn died May 1936, aged 3 years old. So they lost two young boys, only 2 years apart, it looks like, or 3 years old. It's very, very sad. But it looks lovely, and a final resting place. You see the daffodils there again, they're beautiful, those daffodils. You can see where I was, guys, earlier, how big it is in the cemetery here. You can walk all around that there. Very peaceful here, done quite really nice. And there's the church. That's the St. Patrick's Church, Church of Ireland in Marfield here in County Tipperary. And I don't think it's opened to have a look inside, because I know there's a few people asking before on the videos I've done about looking inside the church. But you know, a lot of these Church of Ireland churches, don't be open very often, so it's hard to get a look inside. But I will check before I leave. If it's opened, we'll have a look inside, but if it's not, unfortunately there's nothing I can do, guys. But even at that, it's still a beautiful looking church, even from the outside. So we'll go up this part of the cemetery here and have a look around. You can see the church there now again, the old tower on it. There's another little grave here with a railing around it, iron railings. And see, can I read this one here? It's hard to read this. 1871 I think is the date on it. Very hard to read. But a lovely little cross headstone there. And that one there is lovely. You see they've cut down trees here as well, guys. You can see the stump there on the tree, quite large tree that was cut down, and there's a headstone just right in front of it here. You can see the size, and the railing here has actually embedded itself into the trunk of the tree. You can see the railing that was going around there is embedded into it. So guys, I'm going to leave it there today. So from me here, Irish Eyes, in St. Patrick's Church of Ireland Church, County Tipperary, take care and God bless, and I'll talk to you all again soon.